French authorities have launched an investigation against a black rapper for inciting violence and racial hatred. That's after he posted a video showing a white man being tortured, shot and hanged from a tree and called for white babies to be killed. YouTube has suspended the clip called Hang the Whites. The rapper himself, Nick Conrad, claimed he was simply turning the tables on the suffering black people have endured for years. However, outrage at the video reached all the way to the top.
I condemn unreservedly these abject remarks and ignominious attacks. My colleagues are working to immediately withdraw this content from broadcasts. It will be up to judicial authorities to take appropriate further action against these odious calls to hate.
Well, we put the issue of whether there need to be limits to artistic expression up for debate.
I condemn all violence like this, all violent lyrics, but we've got to be careful here not to get too carried away. If you listen to the reports and read the reports, this guy only had 40 people downloading his music before this controversy. It's clearly he's after the publicity. He's probably going to get something that he didn't want, which is a lot of negative publicity or maybe even a criminal record. We can't have him calling for white people to be hung, just like we couldn't have white people calling for black people to be hung, could we?
All violence in this sort of way is to be deplored, of course, but let's put it in perspective. There are literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions of hits on YouTube videos from neo-Nazi hard-right rock bands. Fire Up the Ovens is one particular tune, Wave the Swastika is another, which are getting millions of hits. So I'm all for the rule of law applying, but it does seem to be massively disproportionate when there is no general trend in the French black community or elsewhere for this sort of thing. And the one tiny example people have descended on in France seem to have blown it way out of proportion.
So I think you're exaggerating anyway. Anyway, you've had enough of yours. You'll be exaggerating anyway, Lee. You're exaggerating anyway, but undoubtedly these...
Am I exaggerating?
But I mean, there is a problem. There is a problem with black rap music in general and drill music, isn't there? That's why 100 black kids at the moment, Lee, are lying in the mortuary or have been lying in the mortuary. We should condemn all violence like this, all violent lyrics like this. He's talking about stabbing kids in a nursery, white kids, and hanging their parents. I'm sorry, that's out of order in my book, Lee Jasmer.
For those who wish to rely on the facts of the matter, there is copious amounts of research online about the extent, the multi-million-pound industry that underpins the racist, white supremacist rock network and their ample videos online.
Business
I didn't disturb you. Let's see what the guy said. The guy said, I wanted to reverse polarity and show what it's like for black people for hundreds of years to be victims to these things. He even recreated a scene out of American X, a notable cultist fascist film on white nationalism in America. That's what his artistic rationale was. Sounds credible to me. Whether he meant it or not, who knows? Only he can tell. But I do know there seems to be a big disproportionate difference with the way he's being treated to the way that the rest of the offenders on YouTube are being treated.
No one's trying to make any excuse for that. If he has used this scene and changed the polarity of it, good. However, but by the same token, I'd condemn both. Just like I started off on this programme today, condemning anyone who is promoting the idea to kill somebody else just because of the colour of the skin. I would condemn them if they were just doing it as a general thing.